Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel with your main girls. I'm Mel, my sister's very own personal stylist.
And I'm Amanda.
And bride-to-be. This is going to be another video as part of her bridal trials. We have a whole wedding series that we have been doing in case you're not caught up. Today we're going to be doing a half up, half down hairstyle, as Amanda's actually just going to be a guest in a wedding today. So what better time than to give it a try.
I am actually inspired by this look that I saw on TikTok. So we're going to play with it.
Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, Amanda, for a little consultation, let me know what you are feeling. The photo that you showed is, in fact, an updo, all the way up, and on straight hair. So, obviously, if we're going to be working on your curly hair, it's going to look a little bit different. Thankfully, you have a lot of hair that we could put half of it up, and you'll have all of the body and volume in that, like, messy bun. That's what I feel. This style, it's got a lot of texture in the bun area, but everything that is slicked back into this ponytail is slicked back.
Definitely want to try a slick back.
Yeah.
We haven't done one of those yet, and I think it's gonna work really well. Also with the dress that I'm wearing.
No spoilers?
I'm talking about the dress that I'm wearing today, not my wedding dress.
I know. No spoilers. Oh. Stay tuned to the end.
Oh, okay.
Where do you want to part your hair when it comes to the face framing? Did you want to do a middle moment?
I think we should do a middle moment.
A middle moment. Keep it symmetrical.
Yes.
And for the bun, you want to see the bun from the front. You want it to be a high bun.
I think so.
This is how many days old hair?
I washed it Wednesday. So today's Saturday.
So it's day 4.
Day 4.
And that's okay because we can work with this. It's going to give me a little extra texture and grit. We can absolutely touch up any curls as needed afterwards, but I think we're ready to start styling. And the very first thing we need to do is establish the face frame. So let's see what hairs we're going to pull out. I'm going to use all of my claw clips today. And I'm going to say claw clips like the crab's claws.
The entire look is very inspired by like Little Mermaid. It just came out and it's like all the rage right now. And the wedding I'm going to is actually by the lake, so I think it's like the perfect vibe for tonight.
It's gonna be a moment. Check out the part. Slightly off center. Do you want it dead center?
No, that looks good.
You don't want to see a parted bun. You want all of this hair to come straight back.
I think so.
Both work. I feel like it's very trendy to see the part line.
Okay, we're gonna do the part line.
You are so easily influenced.
How do you do the part line? Because this is something that I struggle with, and I really want you to be thorough with explaining this so that I can watch it back.
Facts. If you want to keep the part line in your bun, your slick buns, first we are going to exclude it from the potty. I like to take a triangle section at the bangs here. So we're going to take this whole triangle section out. I'm making sure that I don't take too much hair from the sides and back because we want all the fullness and the volume there.
We're officially 5 months out from my wedding, and my first fitting for my wedding dress is at the end of August, so I definitely also want to make sure that we're doing a trial that day as well. We'll film it for you guys.
But we haven't decided what we're doing quite yet.
No, that's why these videos are really, really helpful.
Amanda's definitely a half up, half down queen. I do
always
love the best of both worlds.
I do.
Okay, in the words of Hannah Montana. But because that's what you usually like to wear, it's a fine line. What do you guys think? Do you like to wear, on your wedding day, would you like to wear a style that you almost always wear? Or do you want to be very different on your wedding day?
I think I want a mix of both. Like, I want to still feel like me and feel comfortable, but I also don't want to look like me every day. It's a very weird situation that I'm feeling.
You want to be an elevated version of your best self.
Exactly.
You're going to clip these bad boys, unfortunately, right in front of your face.
That's why we didn't do my makeup yet.
Oh, you know what? That's kind of a look. Kind of a look, ma'am. Spritz a little tiny bit of water. I always reach for water before I apply product, especially when you're first figuring out the molding of the hair. No one likes washing that all out afterwards. Now I'm placing my hand where I'm gonna have the ponytail, and I'm smoothing all of the hair up to this point. Now, if you're noticing lots of lumps and bumps when you're smoothing your hair, that's number one because the hair wasn't, dried that way. So first, what you want to do is help to zhuzh the hair that way with your fingers. You could even use a comb, a wide tooth comb, a pick. We want to first smooth everything in the general direction. Gently finger combing and then slick. Snatched. Completely normal to have to go over this several thousand times, especially if you're doing this on hair that isn't day 1. Your hair is very soft for day 4, Amanda, I have to say.
I know, I had a great wash day.
Can you at least share with the class what we have been using?
I'm pretty sure I shared this last time I shared my updated routine, but I just used Eva NYC primer, Moroccanoil curl cream, and then I finished with the Curlsmith curl defining souffle.
For now, everything is slicking back. Again, we're gonna worry about that middle part when we get to that. Personally, I'm just using a normal elastic to tie this. You can really use anything, but we want this to be pretty tight, and I find that this elastic will be better than, let's say, the Invisibobble type of thing. We're just gonna pull that, and now we get to move back to the front. See, now we have the big sections that we had left out for the front. We are going to create the rest of the bun, but first, while we have most of the hair in the ponytail, we are going to start to shape perfect messy bun. I'm going to hold all the hair straight up, and then I'm gonna start to plop it in on itself. And we're gonna smush and smush, smush with your hands until you like it. I mean, it looks good to me. And then we're gonna secure that. I've got my trusty kit here with my hair tie. I've got bobby pins, little mini elastics, fancy pins when we're feeling fancy. I don't believe we're doing any hair accessories today, but that's because your dress is already...
You'll see my dress.
Your
It
dress
doesn't
is
call
already
for
unlocked.
any accessories in the hair.
Dress is already an accessory. And this is a very visual thing where you really just pin as you like it. There's no science to it. There's no proper way to explain. You just see it, you like it, you pin it. You can also spin it around your fingers. And before finishing it, we have more hair to add. So this is where we're going to separate how much hair you want left out. Anytime I'm doing a half up, half down, I take less hair at first because you can always pin more back up. But once it's up, it's really hard to take back down.
Yeah.
So, but each side, respectively, will now swoop around front. So you can really see and appreciate the slick detailing. How's wedding planning going? Where are we at?
So we are 5 months out. We pretty much have all the big stuff done. So we got the dress, we've got the venue, we've got everything pretty much sorted out except for accessories. Accessories are definitely things we need to work on. What I mean by that is I need shoes before August, before my first try on of my wedding dress. I need to pretty much figure out what I'm doing with my hair and if I'm going to be throwing in any accessories into it, jewelry. And then in terms of like other events surrounding the wedding, we have my bachelorette trip that is coming up. We are going to Mexico and there's about 8 of us going and it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, I feel like it might call for a vlog.
On that thought, I'm gonna turn around because I want you to see how Mel's exactly pinning this because every detail matters.
So I've just taken that front bang section and I've pinned it towards the back of the bun. This is all the long hair that was left over. And I'm using this to fill wherever I feel like the bun needs some love. So I'm gonna keep some for the middle back of the bun here. And I'm also, I mean, do you mind having a few tendrils falling? You want, yeah.
I want them.
Yeah, perfect. I wanna make sure that the bun is wide enough for Amanda's head. I don't want a small little narrow bun on the top of her voluptuous scalp. So what I'm doing is I'm almost twisting to pin right there.
I feel like this hairstyle is also really perfect for a veil because you can just place it right underneath the bun.
You've spoken like a true bride.
Yeah.
Amanda, how is she looking?
I think it looks perfect. I mean, I don't think I have any comments. I really love how this is looking.
The smush and pin really never fails.
Just
veils. Sorry, I had to use the opportunity. If we were going to add a veil, we would add a line of reinforced bobby pins right in her crown area here. That way the veil had something to hold onto when we stuck it in. Especially because her hair is curly, I wouldn't want to tease the shit out of it to dip a little veil clip in. We would create an anchor with bobby pins.
So before we move on, I really want to show them the placement of where you pulled the hair back because I think that's really important to note.
Any hair after Amanda's ear we left down because we want to keep all of this beautiful volume, especially because when she looks forward, she likes to bring a lot of hair forward and volume is her main priority. We're achieving a lot of volume this way. If she liked a more controlled look and she wanted the look to be more tamed, we would have added a lot more hair into the bun.
You say it totally changes the whole look of it.
Still beautiful.
Still beautiful, but I really like the fullness.
You like full, big volume. I mean, if you have it, you're gonna wear it. Now let's talk about the face framing pieces because the 2 tendrils that we've got going on are on different sides, okay? They're not even related right now,
No.
but we want them to be a little bit more symmetrical. How do we do this without, well, using a hot iron? Personally, for me, I never pull out an iron to touch up curls. That's not how we do things. All we need is water. So we're gonna wet the hair so we can set the hair in a new look. So that's when I like to pull out these magic rollers. They're just these little pink rubber rollers that I can set Amanda's hair in place with. You could also use perm rods, flexi rods, anything that is going to allow the hair to curl, dry, and therefore set. There's already product in your hair, so I'm kind of just reactivating it with water, but we will add finishing products once the hair is all dried. So I want to make sure that it's really brushed out, smooth, and I want to be aware of how I wrap the roller. Okay, Amanda, this is when you would zoom in. I'm gonna stick a pin in that so she doesn't move around too much while we finish the rest of Amanda's hair and she does her makeup. We'll probably come back for it after that. And we're just gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. Now, as for the rest of your hair, Amanda, it literally looks phenomenal. It's not broke, don't fix it. But what we will do is protect it. We're gonna add a little bit of a pomade, a balm that's gonna add some beautiful shine and help block out any humidity. Not for weather, but even just for sweating. But first, texture spray. It smells delicious. This is the Living Proof Full Dry Volume and Texture Spray. Look how much hair. The volume though. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit of teasing up top here. Anytime we're teasing curly hair, we wanna pinch those ends to make sure that they don't get roughed up. I'm just gently doing the top here to give a little more upper fullness. See how that made a huge difference? Hit the other side. So now I'm taking the Ouidad Advanced Climate Control Frizz Fighting Touch-Up Balm. This is a balm that just melts into your hands with heat, and it's gonna provide a very protective coating over the hair. Warm it up in your hands. It also gives a ton of shine. The thing about having blonde curly hair is it doesn't reflect shine as easily as dark hair. However, you can see texture and movement and detail in blonde hair. So you give up shine, but you get detail. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of spot treating, and she's looking stunning. I think it's time for makeup, and then we'll be back to finish off the look. Oh, whoop, jump scare, we're back. Amanda's looking freaking snatched, but we are going to finish off the hair using a little detailing brush. You could use a toothbrush, and I'm also gonna take a little bit of a touch-up gel just to freshen up. So on my hand, I'm gonna use this to detail. Now that that's really finally snatched, we are going to release the face framings. The moment of truth, I'm going to gently unravel. How's that feel?
I love it.
Come on, pretty. Now only when we are complete, we can finish spraying. I'm taking some of the Moroccanoil. This is the Stronghold Hairspray. There's really no touching up the hair after you apply this, so you have to be sure you love it. And for a little extra shine, this is from Eva NYC. It's the Just Glisten for hair and body.
It smells so good in here right now.
And that's it. A smush and pin, half updo, middle part situation. Still working on the name.
I feel like a real life mermaid, and I also think this is one of my favorite hairstyles that we've done so far.
Yeah, stay tuned to find out if we end up choosing this look for the actual wedding.
Again, we have many more trials to come. My wedding dress try-on is coming up in August, so we'll definitely make sure to have a new tutorial for you then as well.
Let us know what style you would like to see, if there's a specific tutorial you have in mind. More tutorials will be linked in the description box below, as well as all product links and where you can find Amanda and my Instagrams and TikToks. We always create stuff on there as well if you like little short form content. On that note, this has been your main girls, Mel
and Amanda,
and we're out. Peace.